Okay, so last time we left off kind of like right when we had met all the dads. We're at a big barbecue, so it's a pretty daddylicious. I don't know, a lot of dad stuff happening, barbecues and cul-de-sacs and whatnot. So we've met everybody, and now we're just, I guess the crux of the game will now continue, where we get to start choosing our dads. So far, big fan of Matt. He's got good dad puns. He's got coffee. He's a little socially awkward. I think it's a match made in heaven. So let's go ahead and get started. To Mr. Daddy. That's me, by the way. I'm Mr. Daddy. I can be your daddy, too. If you need a daddy, I'm here for you. I got nothing going on. I'm already a dad. It's just, what's one more? Well, naturally, we're going to go talk to the group that has Matt. This is a good group. I lied. This is a pretty good group, other than Craig. Craig's a little too athletic for my tastes. Oh, Matt also has tattoos, which is hot. Matt and Hugo seem to be embroiled in an intense discussion. Craig looks on, smiling politely. I walk over to say hello. Well, I don't think it's fair to try and compare two art movements like that. Periods in art only exist because they are a unique byproduct of the social and political climate of a time and place. And try to take something like, say, the Rococo period and compare it to postmodernism in America, you're completely disregarding the context in which a work of art is created. Yeah, that'd be ridiculous. You'd have to be a fool, an idiot, an absolute moron to try to do that. And everybody knows it. Matt and Hugo seem to be so busy talking that they don't notice me. Craig leans in. Dude, I have no idea what's happening. I'm gonna continue listening to Matt and Hugo. I'm gonna try to get us some culture in our lives. That kind of comparison just eliminates the reason art movements are so important in the first place. You're not wrong, but I think there's no harm comparing one work of art to another. You could definitely say one painting is better than another if you're evaluating technical skill from a purely formalist standpoint. Yes, I think you can say that my watercolor painting of a Pokemon is probably not as technically impressive as anything else. Almost anything else. Most things. Probably most things. So yeah, I think there is a technical evaluation there, but how do you measure a soul? The feel of the thing. If I showed you a Matisse and then something by Dutch masters, which one would say shows more technical prowess? I'm so lost right now. I shoot a worried glance over to Craig, who returns it. Well, sure, you could say that Dutch masters were technically more skilled, but I would argue that while the Dutch masters were better painters, Matisse had better paintings overall. Ah, semantics. You gotta love semantics. Everybody loves semantics. Art is dead. Well, AI is coming to kill your art and take your girl. So maybe that's true. Hopefully they don't take the dads while they're at it. Hopefully I can have some good pickings here. Hopefully AI won't take Matt from me. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. That's pretty true. But I say all art is subjective, so I'm going to say art is this is pretty subjective. How do you mean? Oh shit, they're asking me to elaborate. Well, that painting of the guy with the apple in front of his face is pretty nice. Matisse rocks. That's Magritte. Right, art. Sorry. You're fine, dude.
I don't know.
Ah, thanks for being chill, Matt. We were just discussing the importance of context when talking about artwork. Listen, all I asked was if you liked Van Gogh or Picasso better. Hugo throws up his hands in frustration. But they represent two completely different art movements. How could I possibly choose between the thick, creamy impasto of post-impressionism and the abstractionist beauty of cubism? Well, everyone's got this. Why it's subjective. Everyone's got their opinions. I can talk. I can do it. Man, that's all way above my head. They are pretty tall, so they're probably taller than me. So a lot of stuff's going to go over my head. Me too. That's all good, man. The cool thing about art is that we all perceive it differently. I agree. A single piece could have a totally different effect on each person that looks at it, and that's awesome. Hey, phone number person. How are you? You clearly know me as Mr. V, so that means something, yeah? Are you here to date some dads with me? It's nice that you're here, whoever you are. I'm happy to see you again. Talk to you again. Whatever that means to you. So, we're dating some dads, as we do. You know, I'm a dad, so I know I can say with certainty which dad is best dad, because I have some experience in that category. So far, and feel free to disagree with me on this, because much like the art, this is all subjective. I'm leaning towards Matt. He's a good-looking dude right here in the middle. He's pretty comfy. A little bit of tat, so you know he's just a little bit of a bad boy. He's a barista, so he can make me tasty drinks. Yeah. Much like the coffee I'm having right now. So that's where I'm leaning right now. He's got some good dad puns. And I mean, let's face it, he's sexy. This 2D painting digital art of a person, pretty hot. Just 1 minute about that. Hugo, please. Sorry, I get really fired up about art stuff. Mr. Daddy, how are you liking the neighborhood? It's pretty nice. Everybody's been super friendly. Seems like your daughter is fitting in just fine. Matt points across the yard to where Amanda, Daisy, and another young girl are playing. They're all sitting cross-legged in the grass, picking weeds and weaving them into little flower crowns. It's pretty adorable. The girl I don't recognize jogs over to us. Oh, she's cute. What is it, sweetheart? It's a flower crown. I thought you'd look cute in it. Well, there's only one way to find out. Put it on. It's like Midsommar. Matt takes the flower crown and places it on top of his head. Oh, this is Matt's kid? Aw, she's cute. Oh, he just got hotter. Am I cool now? That's the mantra of fatherhood. Am I cool now? Am I cool now? So we tell ourselves constantly. And my kid isn't even a teenager yet where that shit matters. The girl stares at him, thinking it over. Nope, but you're slightly less uncool than you were before you put it on. Marginal improvements. Hey, Mr. Daddy, this is my daughter. Hello. Our Carmencita. I'm Carmencita. That's a pretty sweet name. Amanda comes over with Daisy in tow. I'm sure this girl is nice, but I don't like her father much. Dad, look, I'm making friends. Are you making friends? You better be making friends. That sounds like a threat. Yeah, actually, Amanda, you remember the cool barista from the coffee shop and my old college friend and, your teacher? Hot for teacher. Oh, hi, Mr. Vega. I didn't realize we were neighbors. Yes. Yep. You still gonna get me that overdue term paper? Great seeing you. Laters. Finger guns. Pew, 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 pew. She learned the finger guns move from me. Very proud. She's definitely a charmer. Speaking of which, where did my son go?
Whoa.
Hugo looks around the party. He must finally spot him because his eyes go wide.
Sweet man, Chico.
Ernest Hemingway Vega, are you smoking? Uh-oh. Nope. I see Ernest. Across the way, he casually takes a long drag of his cigarette and then flicks it into a gutter. Oh, no. Oh, he's got his own problems. Don't smoke, everyone. It's gross and expensive and unhealthy and unattractive. I know what, I'm going to go out and say it. I'm going to want a hot take. It's vile. Unbelievable. Excuse me. Back to our boy. Hugo marches over to Ernest, and I turn my attention to Matt and Craig. Kids, right? Man, I do not envy Hugo. The last barbecue we had, Ernest tried to shove a sprinkler down Joseph's pants. Nearly burned down half the yard. Oh, a sparkler. Okay, I was wondering how water almost burned down half a yard. In the barbecue we had before that, he actually burned down half the yard. Whoa. And then it spread onto my lawn and burned down half of my yard, too. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that little shit. Oh, man. I've taught a couple of those in my day, let me tell you what. That kid's a sleeper. See, that's the thing about having kids and being a teacher. You expect yourself to like have, good, well-behaved kids because you're a teacher and you want your kids to do a good job, and then you get the phone calls and you're like, oh no, I'm a teacher and my kid's being weird with teachers, and it's just not always fun. It's pretty awkward. Hugo walks back over to us, practically dragging Ernest behind him. Hey everybody, sorry about that, Mr. Daddy. This is my son, Ernest. Hello. Ernest looks away, sulking, his hands shoved deep in his pockets. There's some deep-ass pockets. Hugo nudges him impatiently. Look at that little teenage mustache. Oh. To be a teenager again, and to... What was I doing in high school? Well, I don't know. I'm still depressed, so I guess it doesn't matter. It's the same shit. I'm just slightly older, and I have a little more money and freedom. Nice to meet you, Ernest. What grade are you in? Doesn't matter.
Oh.
Ernest. Okay, I'm in 8th grade. God, are you happy now? I'm sure you were just dying to know. Yeah, good for you. Can I go now? I'm tired of talking to old dudes who blame my generation for the failing economy. You know what? I'll hang out with them on that one. It's the boomers' fault. Everybody blame the boomers. They suck. Ouch. Ernest. Oh yeah, because I'm totally embarrassing you. Ernest puts earbuds in and storms off to stand in the corner. Well, that was certainly something. He seems nice. Hugo puts his head in his hands and sighs.
Oh.
I'm sorry, he's having a really tough time. As much as I want to be the cool dad, I have to be the authoritarian dad, and he clearly resents me for it. Never be authoritarian. That is never the right choice. Why is Hugo's finger underneath his glasses? That's weird. Authoritarian is never a good look. It's not a sexy look. It's not what you want. It's not turning me on, Hugo. I think as dad and a teacher, that's about as authoritarian as you can get. Oh no. No, I don't want to be an authoritarian. It's what I stand that's what I'm fighting. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? Is it even possible to be a cool dad? You tell me. I'm a pretty cool guy. Cool as a cucumber. See that right there? You can't say that.
I don't know.
My kids think I'm cool. But for how long, Craig? How long do we get to be the cool dads?
Oh.
I don't know. It's an existential crisis. I think we just have to accept the fact that as dads, we've become the machine we once raged against and accept our fate to unironically wear socks with sandals. Never. I will die before that. Your kids may think you're cool now, but the moment they hit puberty, you're doomed. Doomed. Get a little closer here. Amanda's 18 and she still thinks I'm cool. She's lying to you, man. Even I know that. She's lying to me because that's me.
Oh.
I yell across the yard to my daughter. Amanda, I'm cool, right? Amanda just laughs. She keeps laughing. I see your point. As much as we all want it, I don't think it's as important to be a cool dad as it is to be good dad. Good dad, tier above cool dad. We can't all be the best friends with our kids. It just doesn't work. I mean, look at me and Ernest. Our job as parents is to make sure our kids turn out okay. Yeah, you're right, but it'd be nice to have it both ways. Hearing these guys talk about this makes me think of my relationship with Amanda. We get along so well, but there might come a time when it won't be like that. Is college when that happens? Not necessarily. I mean, I always hated my parents. And that wasn't necessarily because of college. Don't let us eat up your time, Mr. Daddy. Go meet some of the other people around the neighborhood. I guess Joseph and Damien, that seems like a fun encounter. A goth dad and a youth pastor. Sounds like the setup to a really good joke. I spot Joseph chatting with the guy from Dead Gotham Beyond by the grill. I wonder what they're talking about. I walk over to him. So I'm curious, can you walk me through why you had your house painted black? Where do I even start? The house stays warm in the winter, it provides an artistic contrast to the rest of the neighborhood, and it complements the crimson interior perfectly. It's definitely an interesting choice.
Oh.
Thank you, I'm very proud of my abode. Oh yeah, we got the matching nails. Mr. Daddy, I was just having a conversation with Damien here about his aesthetic design decisions. Damien regards me up and down with a warm, critical eye. Ooh. That's piercing. That is doing something for me. He needs to have his cape like that. So you just see his eyes, the piercing eyes. How do you do? I don't believe I've had the pleasure. I think I saw you in Dead Gotham Beyond the other day. Damien's face turns bright red. Can vampires blush? Is that a thing that vampires are capable of? I must apologize for my behavior on that day. You see, I take the goth lifestyle very seriously, and to be caught in a ruse by such a corporation as Dead Gotham Beyond was profoundly frustrating indeed. I hope you know that while my anger may have been justified, it was no such way for a gentleman to act. It's okay, man. Do tell me about yourself. Are you new to the area? Yes, my daughter and I just moved the other day. She was the one I took to get Dead Goth and Beyond. Very good taste on her part. Does she partake in the goth lifestyle? I think for a second, I look over to Amanda, who's hanging out with some of the older kids in the neighborhood. Hey, Amanda, would you consider yourself goth? Amanda yells back. I wouldn't necessarily try to fall under any one specific label, but I guess if I had to choose, I would more describe myself as twee hipster with some normcore leanings. Bats are cool, though. Bats are fucking awesome. I love bats. Ah, pity. Are you enjoying the party so far? Oh, definitely. Thanks so much for putting this on. It's nice to be in a cul-de-sac where everyone is so friendly and welcoming. Amanda walks up to the conversation. I also like The Lost Boys a lot. Really good movie. Does that count as goth? That it would, my dear. I don't believe you had the pleasure of meeting Damien Bloodmarch. Ooh. Damn, that last name, though. So, this is a real chicken and the egg kind of situation here, because if your last name is Bloodmarch, Damien is your first name, you have to become a goth. It is 100% your fate. And nothing can drag you away from that, no matter the timeline, no matter the multiverse. It is the core of your character. Or did he change his name? Because he liked goth aesthetic so much, did he purposely change his name? Which came first, you know? These are the real questions. These are the thinkers, the head scratchers. Damien finishes the sentence with a flourish and a bow, producing a single rose. Ooh. He's magnificent, and offering it to Amanda. Amanda blushes and returns the gesture with a curtsy. Very ladylike. My, do you know how to treat a lady? Hello, Amanda. Oh, I guess that's two kids. Hello, Amanda. Seemingly out of nowhere, Joseph's twin kids appear. Are they speaking in unison? Hey, won't you come play with us? Forever? Come play? See, I can predict it. I'm so in tune with comedy. I know what's gonna happen. Especially dad comedy. Guys, enough with the creepy twin shtick. We've talked about this. Christian and Christy slowly back away, backwards in the same gait, until they fade into the darkness where they once came from. Where do you think they got that from? Oh, it's Mary. Where do you think they got that from? Mary pops into the conversation, wine in hand. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Mary takes a long sip of the wine. I think I might have taped over VeggieTales VHS with The Shining. Who knows? VeggieTales had some bangers back in the day, you know? I mean, when I was a Christian lad, that was something you, that was decent entertainment. I bet it still holds up a little bit. That's the Christian part, and maybe just, the comedy. I bet the comedy is alright, at least back in the day. Better than frickin' Bible Man. That was some cheesy schlock right there. I remember I would get grounded, and I was so desperate to, like, consume media that I would even be like, because my mom and dad were hardcore Christians, so I'd be like, I can manipulate them, which is a very Christian-like thing to do as a child. Just like, okay, I need to watch something. I'm bored out of my freaking skull here. I need to watch something on the TV. If I tell them I want to do this because it's Christian, they will not say no. My parents are so deep into it. They will not say no, and then at least I'm doing something with my life. And you know what? It worked. Constantly. She takes another sip of her wine. Where's Krish? Wasn't he with you? You had him a moment ago. He's probably stuffing dirt in his mouth. He'll be all right. Toddlers are pretty resilient. Mary tips her glass to me. Ain't my first time to the rodeo. It's my fourth. Oh. I have squeezed 4 little... Sweetheart, would you do me a favor and please find Krish? That would be great. I'm sure he's fine. Mary. Okay, geez. Mary finishes her wine and wanders off. Bye, Mary. Yeah, look at this little shit. I'm just going to call all the kids little shits, because look at him. Look at him. It's perfect. Dad, can we go now? Ah, Lucien, have I introduced you to Mr. Daddy yet? Hey, it's that punk from Amanda's school. I remember you. Whatever. That's no way for a young man to speak to his elders. Be polite. Lucien bows. Whatever, sir. I do like his piercings. Thinking about getting one. Right here. I like the eyebrow one. I think it's pretty cool. Lucien bows again. Mr. Christensen, may I have a veggie burger, sir? Coming right up, bud. Are you vegetarian? Yep. Good for you. Good for you, Lucien. Make that 2 veggie burgers. Did you know that some people in the Victorian era were vegetarians? They described carnivorous type people as bloodlappers. Dad. That's really interesting, Damien. Joseph turns to the grill. Just a hint of a tattoo. Peeks out from underneath his sleeve. I can't believe I didn't notice it before. It looks like the bottom of an anchor. Is he a boat boy? I think he's a boat boy. Whoa, is that a tattoo? Hey. Yep, I wasn't always a youth pastor, you know. Thank God. That's so cool. Want to see mine? What? Lucien pulls back some rubber bracelets, revealing a lopsided 666 in black ink. Oh, brother, that's pretty cringe. My buddy gave me a stick and poke tattoo last week. I think it's healing up pretty good. Lucien, I need to come up with a voice that I can do for this kid, because he's just flying all over the place. We'll talk about this later. That's pretty cool. What's the significance of the tattoo? I don't know. I just thought it looked sick. Well, in my opinion, the only reason you need to get a tattoo is because you want one. Careful, though. That number carries weight. Man, Joseph is a way cooler youth pastor than I thought. I just figured youth pastors popped out of the womb with a Bible, and I wonder what he did before preaching. It's true. Maybe he used to be a cool guy. Maybe he still is a cool guy. I don't know. I don't have a lot of respect for youth pastors, frankly. I glance across the yard and notice Robert and Brian chatting over drinks. So not super big into this pairing. This guy's really mean. Over competitive, and that guy, I don't know. He's a little too rough. A little too rough for me. Man, I don't want to deal with being one-upped by Brian right now, but I guess I could live with learning more about Robert. Oh no, they caught me staring. Oh no, Brian's waving me over. Shoot. I flash a smile. Walk over to him. That's my smile. Hey, guys. Mr. Daddy, how the heck are you? Settling into the neighborhood all right? Oh, you betcha. Got the living room in order at least? That's great to hear. I've been doing some living room work as well. Yeah, tell me all about it. Finally got the 50-inch in there. The game looks great in high def. Oh, boy. Mr. Daddy, have you met Robert yet? Yeah, we've met. Ever so slightly. Robert regards me over his whiskey. At least he's got good alcohol taste, and he's not drinking fucking beer. Good seeing you again. We were just talking about my most recent camping trip. Spent a night out in the woods with Daisy and Maxwell. She's definitely an outdoorsy one. Even caught her first fish. It's good to see you taking your daughter out like that. I bet she loved it. And it's great that she loves the outdoors. Mine loves being inside. As do I. Nothing wrong with that. Don't shame people. Brian raises his eyebrow at me. Being inside, making art. She won a local competition for that art. Yep. Did I put on too strongly? Robert stares at me blankly for a second. We've stunned him into silence with our stupidity. Anyway, I haven't gone camping in years, not since the last time. Same here. Well, yeah, every single time you do something is since the last time. Same here. Well, things change once you have Wait, what happened to the last time? Robert takes a long sip of whiskey. Little ASMR for you. That's your shit. Well, old Johnny Boy and me were out in the backcountry. Johnny Boy is a strong kid. Met him in my army days, of course. Comes from Kansas. They built him tougher out there. Anyway, things go south pretty quickly. Johnny Boy breaks his ankle when the rope bridge snaps. Oh, no. You could see the bone popping out through the skin. Johnny Boy screaming, Johnny Boy! Crying out for his mama. Losing blood. We're 2 days out from the next living soul, and here I am with my dear friend bleeding out in front of me. This guy... No wonder he's got this, like, darkness in his eyes. He's seen some shit. He's been in combat. He's had to carry the dead weight of his friend somewhere. I'm able to dress the wound, but now I got a fireman carry a 6 foot, 180-pound man over some of the toughest terrain I've ever been in. Backwards, even. I won't lie to you, there were moments during those 2 days when I thought about leaving old Johnny Boy, but you built a bond with your brothers in arms. And that bond never breaks. You get their names tattooed on your butt. So you always remember. I got that boy back to civilization, but I lost some of me out there. Oh no. I mean, he's cooler now. I guess that's camping. That's why I don't camp. What if I had to do that? I can't do that. Oh, I'm ill-equipped. Brian and I stare in disbelief. Robert takes another long sip of whiskey. He lost himself, but gained alcoholism. I'm just kidding. My friend John and I went inner tubing down a river, and he lost a flip-flop. Missed that kid. What's true? It could be either way. Is he a jokester? I don't know. He does seem like he's lost something. He doesn't have that light in his eyes. Brian and I laugh, nervously. Or am I kidding? Oh no. Brian, I tense up again. The butthole. It's clenching. I'm kidding. Phew. Amanda and Daisy barrel up to us, laughing. Daisy is holding a paper plate in front of her like a steering wheel. We gotta get off this haunted truck. Oh no, the ghost locked the doors. Quick, hit the emergency escape button. But trucks don't have emergency escape buttons. Then hit the brake, I guess, and then we'll get out of the truck. The imaginary truck. Anyway, we're safe from the ghosts. But how will we ever survive this Arctic tundra? Daisy, you might have to eat me. Are you prepared to do that? I'm prepared to do anything to survive. That's cold-blooded. I like that. I think I'd let somebody eat me if they had to. Maybe just like a leg or something. If I was dead and someone had to eat me, I think I'm okay with that. Although I'm not sure I have the materials required to properly cook you. You know, that reminds me of the last time I went skiing. Robert, wait a second. Are you guys playing Long Haul Ice Road Paranormal Ghost Truckers? Yeah. Amanda and I love that show. It's the best, especially that episode where Callum hides Flint's keys and Flint retaliates by breaking an ancient cursed urn and sending the spirit after him. Yeah, it's such quality reality television. I don't watch a whole lot of television, but I do enjoy that show. That and war documentaries. All right, Daisy, I found us a couple of bugs. They're going to make a great meal. Lots of protein. Going to keep us from starving out here in this harsh, icy wasteland. But there's a whole table of food right over there. Daisy, it's a game. We're playing pretend. It's what kids do. Live a little. Amanda gives Daisy a handful of gummy worms from the snack table. They eat them with mock disgust. I'd eat bugs. I don't know if I'd eat worms, but I think I can eat, like, normal bugs. If you, like, fry them, maybe, or, like, saute them, or roast them, and they got that crunch, it's like a nuts. Like a roasted chickpea. Let's go find kindling for a fire. Okay, but not an actual fire, because we're playing pretend. Now you're getting it. Daisy and Amanda run off. What a cute couple of kids. Man, I've never seen her get along with anyone so quickly. I guess Amanda just sort of has a way with kids. That's kind of amazing. Daisy doesn't really get along with kids her age. Yes, I win. I beat you at something. Fuck you, Brian. Suck my daddy dick. That's kind of, It's nice that he's not trying to one-up me this time. Maybe we can have a regular friendship after all. Is there a way? Really? She just kind of keeps to herself. Her teachers say she spends every recess in the library. I think the other kids are intimidated by her intelligence. There it is. Or maybe she just doesn't know how to talk to people. It's tough. That doesn't go away. I don't talk to anybody. I'm a loner. There it is. See? I'm in this game. I know so much about dadhood, fatherhood, daddyhood, whichever one you want to call it. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Amanda was shy at Daisy's age too. She used to have a habit of crawling under tables and crying every time we took her to a restaurant. She bit people too. Oh, kids, right? Gotta love them. You're required to, by law. Someone didn't give that memo to my father. Is this whole series going to be a lot of me complaining about my dad? I hear that. Well, since they're getting along so well, maybe we should try to put together a little play date for him. How old is Daisy? Our kid's graduating and going to college. This feels a little more like, I don't know, babysitting. They do seem to get along really well, but the thought of continually hearing about all of Brian's accomplishments is rough. Yeah, I don't want to be reminded of my own lack of worth. Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, I don't want to take too much of your time. Go meet some of the other fellas. And without further ado, let's work some magic. Joseph closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, gets to work. Yeah, that's how he made those kids, too. With the greatest of ease, he sets patties on the grill, flourishing as he flips his spatula in the air. It's easily some of the best grill work I've ever seen, and you usually don't see that stuff outside of the pros. But to find somebody that impressive and, just in your local area, it reminds you, anybody can be good. Oh. You guys think this is my first time in front of a grill? He's working faster now, effortlessly, tossing cheese onto patties and perfectly grilling onions on the side. Ooh, that's like pretty skilled stuff. Like if there's like a skill tree for dads, grilling onions on a grill, pretty high up there. You might even have to specialize. The grilling is its own side tree. It's a specialty. It's like a subclass of dad. If you go into that kind of dad, you can't go into like dad rock kind of dad where you start a neighborhood band with the other dads. Like you have to choose where to spec all your dad points. It's complicated stuff. I'm still like basic level dad. I haven't gotten to any specialties yet. We'll see what happens, though. I'll keep everybody informed. One after another, the dads take notice and crowd around Joseph to admire his masterful technique. You probably didn't know this, Mr. Daddy, but Joseph's known around here for his grillmanship. He's unbelievable. I've tried to get on his level, but I just can't catch up. Oh, here we go. Here we go, baby. Hit me with those puns. Let us keep studying. He has a rare quality about him. I guess it just didn't cut the mustard. Is that a phrase that people use? There we go. See, I knew it was coming. Mustard, we keep talking about this. Can't we just appreciate the artist? I've never seen him make a mistake. Okay, we need to stop. This is getting too cheesy. Ooh, I like the way you say that, Hugo. Please stop. All the children at the party boo the glorious display of puns in unison. Bask in it, children. Bask in it. You don't appreciate it, jerks. All right, guys, the food's ready. Please form an orderly barbecue. That's a good one. That might be my favorite. Amanda groans. We all grab our food and hang out, enjoying perfectly cooked cheeseburgers. Oh, yeah. Man, it's so wild how all of us dads live in the same cul-de-sac. What are the odds? Kind of nice, isn't it? It feels like there's a real community here. Totally helps when you're just a single dad trying to raise a kid. What are the odds that all of us live in the same area and we're all single daddies? Oh. We're happy to have you here, man. I think you're going to like this neighborhood a lot. Yeah, I like what's going on around here. Plus, Amanda seems to be getting along with all the kids. If she decides to go into a babysitting game, she'll really make a killing. Hey, why don't you add all of us on Dadbook? Dadbook? Yeah, it's a great social network for dads to keep in touch with each other. We're all on it. So if you ever need to reach out to anyone, that's the simplest way to do it. Sorry, I'm just an old-fashioned dad. Social media goes over my head sometimes. I think social media is the bane of existence. It will bring out our demise. There's the ratio of smart, normal people feels just completely dwarfed by the amount of lunatics and conspiracy theorists and just general dumbassery found on most social media sites. Not everyone deserves, to have their opinions known. Not all opinions are equal. If you think that, aliens are coming around and, I don't know, replacing kids with shape-shifting technology, and that's why your kid is different after puberty and why they don't like you anymore. That's not the same as kids just growing up. Those two opinions are not the same. Don't worry, Pops, I'll help you figure it out. The rest of the barbecue goes smoothly. We all trade stories and drink beer as our kids play on the lawn. Amanda breaks up a fight between Carmencita and those weird twins. I think they wanted her soul. Amanda and I walk back to our place as the sun sets over the neighborhood. Why is our walk from the cul-de-sac to our other house in the cul-de-sac through a small shopping mall? Pretty fun party, don't you think? I got a burger. I felt like I was at a networking event. I wish I could have been playing Paranormal Ice for Truckers. That felt a little bit like networking. I'm going to get LinkedIn notifications out of this. I just know it. You don't think it's nice that people want to connect with you? They always want something. Not when their affection jams up my inbox, metaphorically speaking. Oh, they're going to jam something in one of your boxes. But it's not an inbox. Oh, it is an inbox. If you give it enough time. With enough preparation. For most people, it is an outbox, but it can be turned into an inbox, if you know what I'm saying. Well, hey, at least you met some other cool dads. You should hit them up on Dad Book. Maybe I will if I ever figure out how social media works and I decide to just completely give up on life. And that's why there's only 2 people viewing this, because I do not have a strong sense for social media. And I bet one of those people is me on my phone, so it's even less than that. I have a good feeling about this place. Me too, Dad. Trust no one, see? See, that's a good dad tip. Don't trust anybody, not even yourself, because you will sabotage yourself, guaranteed. Amanda and I arrive at home with the remnants of our veggie plate. Seems like nobody was really into the cauliflower. Cauliflower's good when it's pretending to be something else. It's an actor. Pizza dough, that's pretty good. Rice, that's pretty good. Put it in bowls or something. It's good, but I'm not taking just a tree of cauliflower and eating that. I'm not that sad of a person. Any big plans for this evening? Actually, yeah, I'm going out with some friends. Oh, is that okay? Of course, just keep me posted. And be home before midnight. You got it. And be careful. I will. Make good choices. I love you. And call me if you need anything. Dad, you're not going to do the thing where you wait silently for me to come home in the living room with all the lights off, are you? That's a good dad move. What? No, I've never done that, and I will never do that. Okay, do you have plans tonight? I lay in bed. My plans were kind of to eat ice cream and watch TV with Amanda, but I'll find something to do. I'm gonna work on some stuff, see how long I can sleep before I throw a party. I'll work on some stuff. Dad stuff. I'm just relaxing tonight. Have fun, okay? Great, see you later. Pew, 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 finger guns. I watch Amanda drive off into the night. Bye. I really do hope she has fun. I plop down in front of the TV and turn on some Wine and Dine Mastermind with celebrity chef Gavin Chapman. Looks like Gavin's making a roasted rack of lamb with rosemary mashed potatoes. That does sound pretty good. I'd love to be able to cook like that, although I think if I was actually good at cooking, I'd use my powers for evil, like just making baked Alaskas all day instead of any food of real nutritional substance. You can make good food that's also, good for you. There's got to be a way. Someone's figured it out. Not me, though. Actually, I let you know, chickpeas, those are good. I made like chickpea buffalo patties. Those are really good. I'm a big fan of those. Haven't had them in a long time, but they're tasty. Salads, I've grown into liking salads. It wasn't always that way. But I did, it's something I like. Turning into an adult made me appreciate salads. Now when I eat too much shit, like garbage food, I feel like I do need a salad to help push shit out of me. It's like how do you describe it? You got a tube and you're trying to get something out of a tube, so you put something big through the tube and you push it through and it helps get everything else out of the tube. Well, your body is just a tube in a tube. So if I can get something like roughage that helps push everything else out of me, all the bad food, then it's worth it. And speaking of just being a tube in a tube, remember that whenever you kiss somebody, this is the front of the tube. This is one opening of the tube. And if you go through long enough, the other end of that tube is connected to a butthole. So think about that next time you're trying to kiss somebody. You're just kissing the other end of a butt tube. Dad facts. I lose track of time as I blaze through several episodes of Wine and Dine Mastermind, and also one episode of some cooking show called Meat Hell. I'm not even sure what that one was about. It was just a lot of yelling. I glance at my watch. Man, it's almost midnight. I should check in with Amanda. I send a text. Oh, don't come off too desperate, man. Don't make me do this. Hey, kiddo, you good? I wander into the kitchen as I wait for a reply. Amanda's phone is almost always in her hands, so I'm sure she'll respond soon. Unless she's driving home now, in which case I hope she doesn't respond soon because I definitely taught her better than to text and drive. I reach into the freezer and grab an ice cream sandwich. It's a little late for this, but I think I earned it after a long day of socializing. I check my watch again, and then my phone. Nothing yet. Okay, see, now I'm worried. Do I call her? Do I call the cops? No, it's too soon for that. I'll just send her a gentle reminder text. What's up? Half an hour passes. Man, time really flies. Now I'm really worried. The episodes of Gavin Chapman's Meat Hell are not only not assuaging my anxiety, but possibly exasperating it with all the yelling, so I keep pacing around the house, waiting for her to come back. This isn't a good look. This is not a good look for us. Why didn't I find out where she was going? Who was she even with? Why don't I know any of her friends' phone numbers? Why don't I even know any of her friends' full names? Who is Emma P? I decide to send her another text. Amanda, please text me and let me know you're okay. I can't help but think of all the awful things that could have happened to her. She could have died so many ways. So many ways. And that's the positive thinking you get with being a dad. At least let her die in an interesting way. Make it easy to solve. Oh, thank God, it's her. Amanda opens the door and shuffles in. Well, she looks happy. Finally, she's back home. I'm glad she's okay. Sup? Sweetie, thank God you're safe. Yep. Oh, never mind. The smile is fading. She's reminded that she has a dick of a father who won't let her just live her life. But now that I know she's okay, I'm really mad. Why didn't you answer my texts? Amanda pulls her phone out of her pocket. Oh, whoops, guess I didn't see those. She starts to walk to her room. Amanda Ann. Whoa, we're pulling out the middle name now? Amanda, you came home an hour and a half after your curfew and you didn't respond to any of my texts. You really freaked me out. I was about to call the cops. Dad, you're seriously overreacting. You're not going to be like this when I go off to school, are you? I don't like your attitude. I have a right to be concerned. I was scared. I think it's important to show vulnerability, so I'm going to say I was scared. You weren't responding, and it was just like when your dad. I have to stop myself from tearing up. This is going to win me some points. This is some good brownie points right here. This is how you win arguments, by appealing to the emotions.
What?
Oh, Dad, I didn't mean to. See, oh yeah. This is wrong. I feel like I'm manipulating my daughter. This is not a good look on me either. They just can't win. This is why arguments aren't worth it. This is why competition isn't worth it. They bring out the worst in you. You hurt people intentionally or unintentionally. It's never fun. I sit down on the couch and put my head in my hands. I feel very tired all of a sudden. You really scared me. Just please don't do that again. All right. I'm going to go to bed now. Yes, we win. But at what cost? Amanda closes the door to her room and I head to mine. Jeez. Yep. You know, in times like this, yeah, there's only one thing you do to calm yourself down. Take a little trip down to Palmdale. That's right. There are things to do to calm yourself down in a bedroom. As I'm falling asleep, one thing she said keeps echoing in my mind. You're not going to be like this when I go off to school, are you? I definitely didn't sleep well last night. I brewed some strong coffee and make some scrambled eggs for Amanda as a peace offering. You gotta display it like so. This goes up, head goes down. She eventually wanders into the kitchen. Hey, I thought about what you said last night. I should have texted you. I said I was going to do it, and I didn't. I honestly just didn't even think about it. Yes, I can. My real son needs food. Badly. I will be back momentarily. Man, kids, they're always eating stuff. They always need something. It's always food this. I need help with something that. I love you. Can I have a hug? Let's read a book. I'm just kidding. I love that stuff. All right. Let's continue. I'm really sorry, Pops. I won't do it again. Well, I'm going to be understanding. I'm sorry for freaking out. This is all about communication. Understanding each other. Get some empathy. Get some understanding. You're an adult now. I shouldn't have gotten so worked up. Team V? Team V. Hell yeah. Amanda gives me a hug. Yay. Want some eggs? You know it. Sprinkle some cheese on them? Already did. Hell yeah. You gotta put cheese in your eggs. If you're not doing it, you shouldn't be allowed to make eggs. Yes. Bless you. Amanda scarfs down the eggs and the time it takes me to wash the pan. That's how I eat. Alright, I'm off to school. Smell you later. She likes Pokemon. Wait, one more thing before you go. What? What's Dadbook? It's a social media platform. Wait, what? What's a social media platform? Dad, I have to go to school. Come on, Amanda, I'm an old man. I can't put together a Dadbook profile on my own. Alright, I'll help you sound interesting on the internet. That's tough to do. It really requires a delicate touch. An experienced hand, which I believe in Amanda. I think she's got this. Amanda spends the next couple of minutes setting up my profile on Dadbook, which, as it turns out, is a place where dads can get together and talk about fatherhood. I don't even know if I would like that if it was real. All right, Pops, we got to fill out your profile. Let's get some likes and dislikes. Ooh, on a Friday night. Uh-oh. Polish and sort my coin collection. Netflix and grill. Fall asleep watching the History Channel. Torment my children with dad puns. Sink into blissful oblivion or sleep. Definitely one of the last two. I'm going to torment my children. I don't sleep very much, so time to turn my kids' lives into an eternal punishment. There's that dad humor going off. Pew 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 pew. I'm the best. If you had one thing to take with you onto a deserted island, what would it be? My grill, the lost shaker of salt. Okay, a little bit of Jimmy Buffett? Jimmy Buffett. Castaway on DVD for instructional purposes. A boat. I don't need anything. My survival skills have trained me for this day. A boat. So I can go away whenever I want. This is a trick question, everyone. What are your turn-ons? Ooh. Strong dad arms. Tennis shoes with long white socks. Definitely not. Well-manicured lawn. Nah, I don't really care. Street smarts. Top-tier grillmanship. Comfortable with crying. I like vulnerability. I'm going to go with comfortable with crying. What did you want to be when I grew up? I wanted to be a scientist or a zookeeper. Those are all true when I was like 5th grade. Technical writer for manuals and instructionals, salty boat captain, pro skater who is also an astronaut, a good father, the president of space. Nowadays, because there are still things I want to do when I grow up, I want to be a good dad. President's too much work. Pro skater, astronaut, too much work. Salty boat captain. Maybe when my kids are gone and like if my wife dies early, I'll be a salty boat captain. Technical writer for manuals, that seems dull, which I think is the point. But I want to be a good dad. What's your favorite movie genre? Horror. Or things that make me cry. War documentaries, Sean Connery's entire filmography, anything on Laserdisc, romantic comedies, whatever make me cry, old comedies that haven't aged well. Anything that makes me cry. I like to cry. What's your ideal date? Napping together? Ooh. That is pretty nice. Napping together, doing a 1,000-piece puzzle together. You know, I would like to try that if we didn't have cats sabotaging me every step of the way. Eating a healthy dinner, trying to geocache, arson, emotionally vulnerable. I'm hitting this emotionally vulnerable stuff, but I am going to say napping together because I do enjoy a good nap. What do you never leave home without? A sensible cardigan, my sick vape, my book of word jumbles and a pen, a cool knife, my cripplingly low self-esteem. I frequently forget my phone, keys, and wallet at home sometimes. Low self-esteem, baby. Look at me now. Look at me now, Dad. I spend a lot of time thinking about conspiracy theories, how proud I am of my child, potential ends of the world, if I'll ever be able to love myself as much as I love my grill. When can I get a next cup of coffee? Lawnmower modifications. I mean, it is pretty doom and gloom out there, so the ends of the world thing, it's probably going to happen. I'm going to go with coffee. I'm gonna go with coffee, because I know that's what Matt wants. Profile complete. See, that wasn't so bad. Yeah, that was actually kind of fun. I could totally spend all day here just looking at people's profiles. You should message one of them, or more than one of them. All of these dads seem pretty interesting. Okay, I promise I'll make some friends. And Amanda gives me a hug. Aw, see, we're friends again. Go get him, Dad. Pay your bills early.
Welcome. You've got dads.
We've got dads. Oh, look at this dad. This dad seems strangely familiar. I can't put my finger on it. I know all of these dads, but who the hell is this? Hi, Mr. Daddy. It's me, your dear old friend from way back in the day, Dad Manda. I'm delighted to see you've signed up for Dadbook. They've recently added this exciting new messenger service, so you may find yourself receiving messages from other dads, like myself. Take care not to miss them. Amanda, is that you? What are you doing on Dadbook? Why, Mr. Daddy, I never. We've known each other since business school. How could you possibly confuse me for your amazing and talented and easy-to-buy things for a daughter? Though I am, of course, flattered. You should buy things. You should buy Amanda more things. I do like to buy my kids stuff. I don't know if you would categorize it as a problem. But I do like to buy them stuff. I like to make them happy. It's one of my love languages, is gift giving, maybe. Amanda, you know I didn't go to business school. I barely even managed to get my degree. Wait, no. Wow. I didn't say that. You never heard that. This is gold. I was a great student, I swear. I graduated at the top of my class because I worked so hard and ate all my vegetables. Totally holding on to this for later. Wait, do you even remember what I majored in? I declined to comment. Cool. Conversation ended. Well, I feel pretty good about going after this hunk of a man. This steaming cup of joe. Let's do it. He's an avid music enthusiast, passionate coffee drinker. You can find me most days selling bean juice. I don't know if that's turning me on or grossing me out. Over at the Coffee Spoon or hanging out at the park with my amazing daughter, hit me up about 80s no-wave music. Ooh. I don't know, man. I like 80s music. I don't know what no-wave is. You'll have to teach me. Oh. On a Friday night, you're most likely to perfect my cold brew setup one drip at a time. See, I like coffee, but I don't like all the hassle of making it super special. So if I could get with this guy, he'll make me all the coffee I want just because he loves me. This is great. This is seeming pretty good, pretty smart. I think I'm gaming the system here. If you had one thing to take with you on a deserted island, what would it be? Fine tunes. What are your turn-ons? Multi-instrumentalism. I can only play the one thing. But maybe my voice is another instrument to itself. What did you want to be when you grew up? A barista, weirdly enough. What's your favorite movie genre? Shit with subtitles. I actually really like shit with subtitles. What's your ideal date? We go to the animal shelter and seriously consider adopting a cat. Matt, I agree. What do you never leave home without? My headphones, both in-ear and over-ear, just in case. Always go over-ear. In-ears fall out too much. Over-ears, it's kind of like a retro look, and it blocks out more. And it looks cool. And I feel like people are less likely to talk to you when you got something big going on here. I spent a lot of time thinking about where did writing commas into song titles come from, and where did it go? Did we all just agree that it's a bad idea? Probably. Let's message this nice looking dude. I navigate to Matt's dad book page, type out a message. My heart is beating so wildly. It's like when I had to message my wife on online dating. And I was so worried. What if she doesn't like me? What if I'm a weirdo? There's really no if in that. I am a weirdo. The what if was like, what if she doesn't like me being a weirdo? But it worked out okay. And we have successfully bred. Hey man, great getting to see you at the barbecue. We should definitely hang soon. You free later? A minute or two later, I hear a ding and see Matt's response. Oh, he's timely. That's nice. I do appreciate that. Even though I'm really bad at timeliness with message, I'm actually like shit at it. Hey dude, I'd be so down for that. I'm actually catching a show tonight at the South Soundgarden. Ooh. Wanna come? What's a Soundgarden? It's a concert venue, but also a band that a lot of people listened to back when it was cool to have soul patches. While I'm thinking, another message pops up on the screen. Pup is playing tonight. Cool little indie pop punk rock band out of Canada. Should be a fun one. I didn't know you were allowed to string that many words together to describe a band. Whatever, let's get out of our comfort zone. It's like when I had to describe Hatari, which is a band I'm into right now. They're from Iceland. A lot of BDSM apparel, hardcore EDM music, anti-capitalism. Like, that's everything I needed. That's a lot of ways to describe something. But it works, and I love it. I log off Dad Book and think for a second. Wait, when was the last time I went to a concert? I mentally backtrack decades through memories of denim jean jackets and moral panic over teenagers turning to the occult. Ironically, I'm turning more to the occult as I grow up. Oh God, I had a mullet back then. Oh God, I thought it was cool. Oh God, other people thought it was cool. I finally remember the strange 80s prog rock I used to listen to and mentally envision all their airbrushed vans in the parking lot. Man, how did anyone survive in the 80s? Yeah, how did we reproduce in the 80s? Who saw that and was like, yeah, let's have a kid. I see your van art and it's making me wet. Let's go make a kid. I don't understand. It was probably all the weed. Okay, so I haven't been to a concert in a long time. What do you even do at concerts now? I spend most of the day pacing around the house and thinking about my relationship with coolness. I mean, I always thought I was cool, at least relative to a bunch of other dads my age. Dad, what are you doing? I look over and see Amanda at the door, just getting home from school. Her eyes are a little puffy, almost as if she'd been crying. Oh no. We must help her? Hey, what's wrong, Panda? Oh, nothing. I'm fine. I just got sad because I realized that society collectively refuses to take pop music seriously despite the fact that some of the most interesting musical innovations are coming out of that genre. I'm gonna have to fight you on that one. Most pop music is created by like 5 guys in Sweden, so it all sounds the fucking same. I think it's just yet another thing that we write off because we can't take young women or their interests seriously. It has nothing to do with that. It's just that the music is a little basic and boring. You sure that's all you're upset about? You have to tell me what's actually wrong. That is pretty messed up. I'm going to play along with her. She needs to smile. And it's kind of funny, too. I mean, because in reality, it's these exact young women who are not only the pillar of this multi-billion-dollar industry, but of most major industries. When would us use rise up against our oppressors? Hopefully soon. If you're watching this and you haven't risen up against your oppressors, get going. We need you. The world needs you. I need you. Whatever protest you're going to, I'll be happy to make you a sign. Thanks, Dad. But seriously, let's change the subject. Let's get her mind off of it. Anyway, what's up? Amanda, how do I be cool? This is an excellent question. I should be taking notes. Let me put a pot of coffee first. This is going to be a long night. No, seriously. Matt invited me to a concert, and I don't think I've been to one since you were born. Yeah, you have. You took me to one when I was like 12, remember? I'm suddenly overwhelmed by the memory of a sea of screaming preteens. Oh God, I tried so hard to forget. The PTSD. The one where I had to camp out with you in line so that you could get a good spot and then you cried and screamed the whole time. Dad, it was so much more than that. I'm not even ashamed to say it. Good, no shame. Oh, you're not ashamed? You seemed pretty ashamed when I found all those drawings you made of those dancing boys kissing in your Trapper Keeper. Ooh. That sounds fun. Little K-pop addiction, a little bit of kissy, lovey. They do like to touch each other. They're very close, which I think is nice. I think that's very cool that they don't have the same kind of stigma to that. Yeah, well, you didn't even find the good stuff. Anyway, the good stuff. Is she using her artistic skills for prawn? Is that what's happening? I accept it and I support it. The world needs those kind of artists. We look down on them, but they're really a stable backbone of internet culture. If we didn't have weird artist drawings of porn of characters, then what would we be doing with our lives? We just have to sit back and wonder. It's like, I wonder what's this person look like when they have sex? What their pee-pee like? You got to know. And then some other creative soul has put it and birthed it into the internet, and you get to see it, and it's great, and it brings us all closer together. Anyway, you should be getting all set for the concert if you remember that. Just bring a big glittery sign and cry a lot, and you'll fit right in. Well, it's at a smaller place, and I think Matt mentioned they're a punk band, like DIY gutter punk, thrash, straight edge. Come on, Dad, give me something to work with. Are they post-punk, proto-punk, C-punk, Jeremy punk? What's Jeremy punk? I made that one up to see if I could get away with it. They're not positive hardcore, are they? Ew, that sounds awful. He said that they're Canadian punk. Oh yeah, you'll be fine. Does the idea of Canadian punk seem contradictory to you? I don't see friendship and politeness as core tenets of the punk scene. Well, you gotta rebel against the right things, and you gotta befriend the right things. Well, punk is kind of a big genre that might not be as dangerous as you think it is. It became so much more than just counterculture rebellion. What I'm trying to say is just enjoy the music. That's actually good advice. That's it? I mean, yeah, it's not like you're going to jump into the mosh pit or anything. I mean, I go to concerts that have mosh pits, and I stay far away from them. It's so sweaty. And, I mean, you go to enough metal concerts, and a large amount of the clientele is hairy, big guy. And they're the ones that want to go wild in the mosh pit. So you have to stay far away. Last time I went to one, I found a good spot next to a bar, and I just leaned there, and people were going crazy, and sometimes they would bounce into me, and I just had to push them off, or protect someone else and their drink. And then from across the bar, my eyes would meet with some other introverted soul like mine, and we would lock eyes, and we would both look at the crazy mosh pit, and we would look back at each other, and we would just give ourselves a little smirk, like, can you believe that? Those are those kinds of people. And then that's it. And then we would go back to enjoying the music. I did get hit in the head with a foot, though. Someone jumped somewhere, and while they were doing a little surfing, bam, foot. And those guys, they wear boots. They wear boots for fashion purposes. So you gotta be careful. I didn't have any protection on. Well, that's comforting. And if a strange dude in Set Your Goals hoodie offers to buy you merch, don't accept it, and definitely don't go on 3 awful dates with him afterward where he takes you to a nice restaurant and then forgets his wallet literally 3 times in a row. What? Never mind, just have a blast tonight. I show up to the Coffee Spoon at 8, and what I hope is concert-appropriate attire. I see Matt out front locking the door to the shop. Hey, you made it. Ready for tonight? Well, it's been a while. Yes, of course, I definitely know what I'm talking about. Ready? I was born ready. I'm going to be honest with him. He seems like a guy who, I think he realizes I'm probably going out of my comfort zone a little bit, and he probably respects that. You better believe it, fellow live music lover. Grab those ticks, and let's mosh that new. What? New? Short for venue? You know, where you go to see dope certs? Are you just making this stuff up right now? Yes, because I want you to love me. Oh man, I gotta admit, I haven't been to a real concert since Pet Rocks were cool. I have no idea what I'm in for. Did your daughter make you take her to one of those boy band concerts where everybody holds signs and scream cries? Yeah. I got 2 lined up next month. I still can't get the glitter out of my car from the last one. Stay strong. But dude, I get to take you to your first concert in a long time. This is going to be awesome. Just hang with me, Mr. Daddy, and you'll be good. This scene is super supportive. It'll be a blast. Quick question. Shoot. What is scene? What is love? What is scene? Matt lets out a tiny laugh. Sorry, it's just weird because scene can describe a music scene as it pertains to a community of people who like the same genre, but it can also describe a genre of music no one wants to admit they were into. Matt looks off in the middle distance. He says nothing. His soul just... Sometimes you get lost in the moment. He's thinking never again. That's right, you get taken back, whisked away to the past. That's confusing. You'll get it. The important thing tonight is that you enjoy yourself. Come on, let's head to the show. After waiting in a short line to get in, we finally find ourselves at a small venue with a stage at one end and a bar at the other. Most people here are closer to Amanda's age than mine. I suddenly feel very out of place. My waning youth is showing. I am suddenly aware of my mortality. When were the good years of my life? Will Amanda still love me as we both grow older? Wait, is C-punk actually a genre? Am I going to be put into a home when I grow up? Matt, you made it. A younger kid runs up and high-fives Matt. The kid runs off and Matt turns to me, shuddering. I get nervous when people surprise high-five me. Me too. I'm like a small animal. Loud noises and large groups of people frighten me. He is just like me. We're bonding so frickin' hard right now. Do you also enjoy curling up in a patch of sunlight to take a nap? That's actually really good. That's my favorite thing to do. A couple of other people notice that Matt's in the crowd and yell, hey, as well. Matt waves and hugs a couple people. Oh, he's doing a good job of being sociable. He seems really in his element here. Matt turns his attention back to me. I'm so afraid of all these people. Oh, let's go grab a beer. Matt and I line up at the bar in the back where a couple of the older concert goers hang out. That's where I go. Even as a youth, I liked the back. I liked to study them. A couple more people notice Matt and tip their drinks at him. Seems like you're a popular guy out here. Yeah, I go to lots of shows. This is a really cool spot. But it's times like these where I realize I can only be charming and funny for about 5 minutes before I run out of stuff to talk about. And then I become keenly aware of where my hands are. I feel seen right now. I feel seen. This guy is just me. And there is no comfortable place in your mouth for your tongue to rest. Goddamn, where do I put my tongue? See? Well, I've known you for more than 5 minutes. I got a place you can put your tongue. Never mind. A drink of water to change the subject. Well, I've known you for more than 5 minutes, and I still think you're charming and funny. Just you wait. I'll ruin it. We grab our drinks. This scene seems really friendly. I don't know why people wouldn't want to admit that they listen to it. Ha! Let's check out the merch. Ooh, hello. You're a cool looking dude. Matt and I walk over to a small booth in a corner of the room, where a crusty looking teenager guards a selection of shirts and records. He singles me out from across the room and hops up on his chair. Step on up, get your merch here. I got t-shirts, I got tank tops, I got all the gifts and accoutrements a discerning concert goer of your considerable taste might want. You, and might I say, you're looking very fit today. I gesture myself, my face flushing red. Yes, you look like a fellow who knows their music. How about a fine 12-inch long playing vinyl record made and distributed by Pup, Canada's premier punk rock outfit? Tally-ho, good sir. Well, see here, fine shopkeep, your enthusiastic salesmanship has aroused my interest and suspicion in equal parts. How can I, a consumer of finer goods in life, trust your wares to be true of spirit, the authenticity of it all? A fine question from a discerning patron. Okay, Pablo, you can give it a rest. Is this the kid? The teen hops off his chair and takes a seat. Your friend looked lost, so I figured I'd give him the old razzle-dazzle. How the hell are you, Matt? Day by day, my man. They do that thing where they high-five but also turn it into a hug. Ah, yes.
Hey.
Your mom doing better? She's still single. If you want to be my dad, I can make that connect. Oh, no, he's mine. He's mine. He's mine. I want to be the dad with this dad and have to deal with you every single day? Fair enough. Who's your bud? That's Mr. Daddy. Thought I'd bring him out a concert, pal. Pablo leans in close to Matt. He's pretty damn sexy. Is Mr. Daddy cool? Matt eyes me. I eye him back. He cracks a smile. Yeah. Pablo brings me in for a bro hug. Aww. My dude. I'm not sure what to say, but give the courtesy 2 pats on the back, as is customary in our society for people you don't know super well, but still want to be friendly to. Pablo's a total card. Kid plays the hell out of a bass. Yeah, man, when are we starting our Witch House band? You know I'm out of the game. It's a shame, Vacant Veil would have slayed. That's a pretty cool name. I'll slay once you start actually making music instead of just printing a bunch of band shirts. We got the sickest logo. While Matt and Pablo talk, I check out the merch. These shirts are really nice. Looks like the opener's coming on. Let's get a spot up close. Matt and I walk over to the stage where a crowd begins to form. The band walks on stage and pick up a variety of strange instruments. Is that a harpsichord? The lead singer addresses the crowd. He has his mandolin slung behind his back. That's pretty cool, though. I think I'm gonna... Let's see here. I'm gonna get myself out of the screen. This seems like a good time to make a little thumbnail. So there we go. Do it, editor daddy. Get a nice screenshot there. That seems nice for stuff. Yay, and bring me back. Bring me back tonight. There we go. There we go. That's good enough. Hey, what's up, everybody? We're Jonathan Jones and the Speakeasy Choir. My name's Daniel. Let's start the show. Oh no, these guys. What? Without time to respond, the band starts playing the most cacophonous noise I've ever heard. What is this? Matt doesn't say anything. He just hands me earplugs. This is very experimental. Thanks. I put the earplugs in, and whatever the hell is assaulting my ears gets a lot quieter. For a band this bad, they sure do seem to be having fun. I guess that's what really matters. Jesus, did that cellist just break his bow in half? I don't get this. The set seems to go on forever. There's no breaks in the songs. I think one of the band members' jobs is specifically just to burn poetry on stage. I turn to Matt and try to start a conversation. So you go to a lot of concerts out here, huh? What? I'll ask one more time. So you go to a lot of concerts out here, huh? What? I'll drop it. He can't hear me, so I just stop and try to enjoy the music. Okay, no, this is impossible. How long have they been playing the same song? 10 minutes? 20? A year? Is this hell? Eventually, the set ends, but only after the drummer sprains his ankle during a saxophone solo. They promised it was part of the act as he was carried off stage crying. Matt and I both pull our earplugs out. Man, that was something. I promise Pup is much better. I just have a lot of questions that I know I'll never get answers to. Oh yeah, he sprains his ankle at every show. They were being real about that. Let's grab another beer. Matt and I work our way out of the crowd and back to the bar. More and more people fall into the concert space as it gets closer to the main act. It's getting kind of crowded in here. We grab our beers and try to follow Matt back to our spot. There are so many people that I'm having a hard time keeping up. As I work my way through the throngs of excited concert goers, I realize I've lost Matt entirely. I stop and look around, seeing nothing but a sea of hip 20-somethings. I'm lost. How am I ever going to find Matt here? Where's the exit? Are there even exits? We're trapped forever. This is hell. What if I'm trapped in this building forever? Am I going to see my daughter ever again? What if that terrible band gets back on stage? What if? Suddenly, a hand reached out to grab me. It's Matt. Oh, sweet, sweet embrace. Almost lost you, buddy. Whew, I got really nervous for a second there. You and me both, dude. He takes my hand and leads me back towards the stage. Oh, you can lead me anywhere, Matt. I can feel myself blushing a little. Ooh. We finally settle back into our spot and wait for the band to start. Busy place, huh? Yeah, Pup really brings out a crowd. So you go to concerts a lot? Oh yeah, it's one of my absolute favorite things in the world. I think it's one thing to listen to music and connect with it, but when you're in a room full of people connecting with the music just the same way that you are, that's magic. It is very special, I'll admit. Some music sounds better live. And like when I went to that concert, there was one band that I listened to one of their albums. I wasn't super familiar with them. I listened to their album like on YouTube before I went, and I was like, this is okay. That wasn't really exactly my genre. But then I went to the concert and I was like, this sounds a lot better live. And it's because of the energy. It just sounds cooler. And everyone's there, everyone's excited, everyone's pumped up. And it just makes sense. I suddenly have the urge to pee. Curse this tiny dad bladder. I've never heard it put that way. That's really beautiful. Also, I have to pee. Hurry up, man. They're about to go on. I squeezed my way out of the crowd towards the restroom. I really should have gone before I left the house. But Amanda was watching beauty videos in the bathroom. She had an eyeliner wing going halfway across her face, which was actually a pretty good look. I'm so proud of her. I make it to the restroom finally, but it's one of those single-person restrooms with a line forming outside of it. Yuck. As soon as I finish my business, the band starts. Crap. I've got a crap. The people that were initially milling around the venue all crowd up against the stage as Pup plays their first song. How am I ever going to find Matt now? Always bring a war chest. Said that last time. I still don't know what it means. Uh-oh. Everyone's rushing to the main stage to watch Pup play. I'm sure Matt will be up there too. I gotta get there without being trampled by these rowdy youths. Avoid the youths. Go. Go what? Okay. Click. 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 Oh, the youths. Oh, I've been attacked by the youths.
This
Ow.
is the part of the game where you should have been hearing a licensed tune.
Someone's singing us a nice song, but because we're streaming, we don't get to hear it.
We even got permission to whitelist the song for YouTube and Twitch. Their systems are seriously broken. What a bitch.
Is this Barry from the Game Grumps? What happened to the sexy dads? I'm trying to find my way back to the sexy dads. Wouldn't you know? Yeah, okay, I'm close. Matt, where are you, you sweet man? Go, go, go. I'm stuck. No. Go away. I need my boy. Everyone go look up Pups, DPP, apparently. This is going on for a while. Help.
It's really cool, but it's kind of hard to explain right now. You'll get it, I promise. You should really go check it out.
Help. Help. How you doing, Chef Ray? I got nothing to talk about because this is just weird, and I kind of want to just let this weird song play. Are you ready for my vasectomy? I'm ready for my vasectomy. Did I make it? Did I win? Okay, it was just to survive. You're okay? Always? How did I do? Oh! S+. That's awesome. I'm ready. I'm ready for another day of doing nothing but, you know, sitting in bed and playing more Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh God, how did we get here?
You think they'll let me keep the testicles in a jar? You know what? I think we can each take one. I think I like that deal. I think you get to have one and I get to have one. To solidify our bond. I'm finally able to work my way through the crowd to where Matt originally was, but he's nowhere to be found. Shoot! Well, I guess I should keep look. I bumped into him from behind. Oh, yeah. More of that's going to be happening soon if you know what I'm saying. I'm bumped into from behind, and I find myself in the middle of a bunch of youths running around in a circle to the music. Ayo! I'm in the pit. Oh, no. How do I get out of the pit? You gotta be assertive, which is not something I usually do. Out of nowhere, a youth shoulders himself into me and keeps moving in a circle. Hey! I guess I'm moving in the circle now. I frantically search for a way out, but all I can see is an ocean of youths rhythmically slamming into each other. Another youth slams into me, and I lose my balance. I'm about to topple over. This is it. This is how I die, trampled under the boots of counterculture. Someone grabs my hand. Someone familiar. Ah, there he is. Oh, look at that man. Oh, that's a good dad. I'll say it once, I'll say it again, and I'll continue to say it. It's a damn good dad. I look up and see Matt. He pulls me back onto my feet. Can we embrace, please? Whoa. Oh, man. Did you see that shit? There were eggplants coming out of him. That's gotta be good. That's gotta be good. You're wild, dude. Matt throws his arms around me, and we jump back into the circle, bashing into youths left and right. Bam, bam, bam. His pup plays a killer solo. I didn't know you messed with the pit. Me neither. I can't believe this. I'm having fun. I'm a little mad that I didn't stretch before physical activity, but I'm having fun. The song ends and the pit finally dissipates. Everyone cheers on Pup. Pup. I wonder if fans of Pup are called puppers, because that's pretty cute. Maybe I only got enough pit energy for one song. All right, man, let's retreat. We'll show these kids how it's done another day. That's right. Let's not overextend ourselves. That's how you get back injuries. Did I get with a slutty dad at the bar? I did not. This is my first dad date. This is the first chance I've had to date a dad. So I went with my boy here. I think we get along. Our social awkwardness is really bringing us together. He also can make me good coffee. And I mean, if I had to choose a third thing, if I had to choose another thing about what I like about this dad, it's that he's a hot dad. We work our way back to a more comfortable spot in the crowd and enjoy the rest of the show from a safe distance. Pup put on an amazing set and basically had to beg themselves off stage after their encore. With the concert over, the crowd starts making their way to the exit. Hey, I'll meet you outside. Gotta say bye to a couple people. Oh no, I'm gonna be alone. I hang outside the venue until Matt finally shows up. Hey man, thanks for waiting. I got you a present. Matt, you didn't have to do that, you sweet, sexy thing. Matt hands me the t-shirt I was looking at earlier. Oh, he's noticing. He's perceptive. He's got a lot of points going for him. Whoa, thanks, man. Saw you eyeballing it back at the merch booth. And I mean, anyone who tears it up that hard in the first time back to a concert deserves a reward. The U's will finally accept me. Amanda will love this. I'm never taking this off. Never taking it. I will continually wear it until it is tattered and a little smelly so that I can truly embody punk fashion. Hey, Matt. Hey, it's Pup. Oh, look at these guys. I bet this is exactly what they look like. We all know big guy equals drummer. We all know that. Let's say, all right, I'm going to say middle guy right here, guitar lead singer. Either one or both. This guy's got, he feels like a keyboardist type. This guy, I don't know, he seems pretty keyboardy too, but he's also got the weird look of a bassist. But he's got, I don't know. Either one of these, I think they could either be keyboardists or bassists. That guy's a drummer, obviously. Even without the drumsticks. He's just, he a little thick. and that's how you know. And this guy's, I feel like he's got the vibe of a guitarist lead singer. I'm gonna lock in my answers: bass, drums, lead singer, guitar, keyboard. Hey, dude, didn't realize you were here. So glad I could make it. You guys put on a great show. Thanks. Well, see you around. Wait, you know Pup? Oh yeah, I met him a couple times when they first started touring. Good kids. Whoa. Come on, let's grab some diner food. So I suddenly realized just how hungry I am. Man, mosh pits take a lot out of you. Sometimes blood. Matt and I walk to a tiny little diner with a cute neon sign. We tear into some bacon and eggs in a corner booth. That does sound really good. So there I am in the pit trying to explain to the face tattoo guy that I didn't mean to elbow him in the face tattoo, but he's already seeing red. Is he tattooed red? Not from the tattoo, which coincidentally was red. Boom. See, I know so much about writing. I'm a writer, guys. I'm a comedy man. He's lumbering towards me. There's nowhere to go. It's the end for me, right? Then I don't know where I get this idea. I just lean back and I spread my arms, and just like that, I'm crowd surfing away from him in slow motion. You should have seen the look on his face. Bought him a beer afterwards, and we were cool. We still follow each other on social media. He has beautiful kids. Although that's nice. Glad you guys worked it out. Yeah, man, just goes to show you that punk's not dead. It just drives a minivan and has to hire a babysitter. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Babysitters are expensive, though. So how did you get to see all these amazing concerts? Oh, I used to tour in a band. Oh, he was in a band? Ooh. Man, frickin'. I mean, it's a shame I'm wearing yoga pants because now I can't conceal my big old boner. We were small, but it got us to travel all around the States. Whoa. Yeah, I mean, we were poor and we had to scrape a lot together just to survive, but I wouldn't trade those experiences for anything. But yeah, that's how I knew a bunch of those people at the show. Music like this builds an amazing community, especially in a town like this. Just a lot of positive energy and good vibes. I got that feeling. Plenty of friendly people, especially that Pablo kid. Oh man, everybody loves Pablo. His mom's been raising him on her own, and you can tell that it's been tough on both of them. I know he looks up to me, so I try to help him out whenever I can. You're a good man. You're a good dad. That's really nice of you. Thanks. Us single parents just really have to look out for each other. How's Carmencita? She says she wants to learn the drums. Oh, cool. Oh, boy. It'll be loud and I'll need to take a lot of aspirin, but I'll manage. Can't really blame her. I'm suddenly very grateful that all of my daughter's hobbies are super quiet. Photography, collaging, whatever it is that she does on the internet. Thanks, Amanda. Can you keep it down with your collaging? Your scrapbooking is distracting me from sleeping, I guess. I'm trying to be supportive of Carmencita's rebellious phase, but I guess that kind of defeats the purpose of it, doesn't it? I think it'd be a good daddy-daughter activity to find something to rebel against together. Like what? My mom's scrapbooking was loud as fuck. That's true. It's, because she had all those machines, like the big stamps and the presses and the gluing and stuff. It was a lot. Frankly, it was a lot. I could barely hear my loud-ass bass music. Like what? Fashion, consumerism, big-budget remakes of foreign films. Always fight against consumerism. Always. Why do we got to get caught up the day after Thanksgiving and line up to buy things? Why can't we, share things? Comrade, you're speaking of dangerous things here. He and I laugh. We keep digging into our big plates of greasy diner food. The breakfast I ordered for dinner is absolutely hitting the spot. Brenner is something special. Man, being a single dad is rough sometimes. It's a lonely feeling. I understand that all too well. I mean, at least we have the rest of the dads to talk to. Yeah, I don't know. I get really nervous sometimes talking to people. Speaking to the choir, man. Speaking to the anxious choir. You're anxiously speaking to other anxious people. Matt gets nervous talking to people, but he's so cool. Me too. I've never really considered myself an extrovert and never really considered myself an introvert. I'm just uncomfortable in every situation always. You're fine. You're actually really easy to talk to. You know that? I smile, and he smiles back. Matt and I spend the rest of the night trading daughter stories. Turns out our kids are a lot alike. We finish up our late night dinners and head out. We walk back to the cul-de-sac, back to our respective houses. Tonight was a blast, man. I loved it, although I'm probably going to feel it in my knees in the morning. Yeah, you and me both. I don't usually like going to these things alone. It was really cool to have you there with me. We're opening up to each other. I'm glad. All right, I'm calling it quits for the night. Stay cool, man. He called me cool. That means a lot. Matt called me cool. I walked into the house with my heart in my throat. Amanda pops her head out from her room. Whoa, she really did pop there for a second. Hey, Pops, how was the show? Matt thinks I'm cool. You don't say. Amanda Panda, Matt thinks I'm cool. Blind leading the blind, huh? Wow, I just got dunked on by my own child. Unbelievable. That was pretty spectacular. You gotta give it to her. And this is why you make fun of your kids. They're gonna make fun of you a lot. It's only fair that you get even. Hey, Amanda, remind me which one of us just tore it up in the pit at a punk show, and which one of us just spent 4 hours probably watching Tiny House Hunting Amish Triplets Extreme Edition. First of all, how dare you? That show is a classic. Second of all, you moshed in the pit? Who even are you? I'm your extremely cool dad, patent pending. All right, I'm hitting the hay, Pops. I'll see you in the pit. Night, kiddo. You're never too busy or important to be kind to others. Couldn't agree more. Date complete. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ooh, I didn't know I was going to get ranked. An A rank. I'll take it.
Just can't wait for your next hit.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Our family fun, little low. You know what? That's okay. Our potty humor, middle of the road. That's okay. It's not everybody's game. Band puns. We could have done better. Ska, that should be lower. That ska should be basically not there at all. It should be lower than family fun. Punk, that could be a little higher. Earplugs, I think that's good where it is. I think we did all right. My fave daddy, he's probably my fave daddy too. You know, you'd think, you know, gentlemen like us of a certain persuasion would probably go more for goth dad. But you know what? Sometimes your heart's calling out for something else, and you have to answer that call. You have to listen to your heart. It wants what it wants. And you know what? I've got a big old heart boner for Matt there. I think he's going to be our dad that we're going to court. I think it seems like a good idea. It feels like a natural fit. And I think that's what we'll end for today. Cuz as a dad, my back hurts. So you know what? That's just where we're at right now. That's how you know I'm a dad. It's because I have to stop doing things because my poor back. Oh, I'm old. I'm an old man. Well, thank you everybody who's been watching and lurking and chatting and stuff. I should be streaming again on Wednesday. I believe Thursday is my my snippy, so someone's going to be doing a little bit of a little soldering down there in my vas deferens area. So that should be after my stream, so I'll be relaxing after that, but it should be okay. So I should be back to normal next week, so I don't think anything will be missed. Check out the makeup stream. That's the first episode is coming out today. Second part of it will be coming out on Wednesday. And then I'll be making the highlights, and I guess I'll put the highlights out for it on Friday. Live stream the snip. You know what? I'm not against doing that. I'll definitely be taking some pictures if possible. If you want to come and, I mean, Ray, if you want to come in and watch, and you want to take some pictures of my ball sack getting cut open, you know what? I'd be honored to have you there. Yeah, thanks. The highlights for that, for the makeup stream, that was freaking rough. There's so much good shit. And the craziest thing is, the more insane and like the chat was going, it was harder for me to highlight things because these bits would go on for like 20 minutes. And I'm like, how do I highlight 20 minutes of content like that? Like, it's all funny. So even though the highlights are really good, watch the whole thing. Watch the whole thing. There's some good shit, especially like the last hour. It's good stuff. I'm pretty proud of it. You were gonna do it anyways? Excellent. See, this is why we're best friends. This is why we're best friends. We got a lot going on. It's an allegory for me not being able to think of allegories. Everything is an allegory for anything if you just want it hard enough. Being a dad is an allegory for growing up to be another dad. Something like that. I don't know. I'm not smart enough for allegories. I'm a big old dum-dum. But yeah, I think that's all that's going on. We finished Valhalla. That should be on YouTube by the end of the month. And then the Dream Daddy stuff will be coming to probably in the beginning of July. And I'll be doing the highlights of that. I'm doing the highlights of Pyre. A lot of things happening. So things are changing here at Teacher to Streamer Daddy Inc. And I think you'll all be very happy with it. Other than that, thanks for being around. I love you, whoever you are. If you hear this, I love you. And if you listen to this later and you found that at some point throughout the day you felt a warmness in your chest, like something good was happening, that was because right now, live, I said I love you. And you actually felt it reverberate across space and time. It's pretty magical stuff. That's it. I'm rambling like a moron because I'm socially awkward. I love you.